This evening, Dr. the GOAT, the greatest of all time, any South African that's ever touched a ball, he's touched it better than you. Doc?
Hi, who's on?
We're going to speak about Chiefs with you. I hope it's not a sore point.
No, it's fine, no problem.
Ukhalili is all right.
Yeah, no, sing right.
All right.
Kaizer Chiefs lost 1-0 against the Richards Bay, and they are currently sitting at number 10 with 30 points, and they are below the teams like Golden Arrows, Chippa United, Cape Town City, TS Galaxy, SuperSport United, Sekhukhune United, Orlando Pirates, Stellenbosch FC, and of course Mamelodi Sundowns. And if you remember correctly, that match they lost against the Richards Bay. It was the match they played after laying to rest Uluk Flares, may his soul rest in peace. And of course, one might be asking Oguti, how are the players doing mentally, because they just laid to rest one of their players, and obviously we're expecting them to go through mourning and of course some physical therapy, but that's not the case with Kaizer Chiefs. And this led to the questions on the media where they asked Cavin Oguti, how does this affect the mental health of our players if they are going to play a match after burying one of their player? And unfortunately, guys, Coach Cavin Johnson said, Mina, I'm not a psychologist, I'm just a coach, but definitely we will look into what's happening with the players, or Coach Cavin Johnson. And that's where we see Dr. Khumalo come into play. And when he was asked about the same question, the same situation, then he replied saying this.
And try to understand what is currently happening with the players.
So, Doggy, the coach, Cavin Johnson, says he's not a psychologist when he's asked, Uguti ended, fanege banjan mentally, because we are born kwenzakalani. I'm not a psychologist.
Yeah, but if at access psychologist, we know he's a coach. Now you have a serious bereavement across the team. Now, if he's talking about that, then it's okay. But if he's talking about players, if they were ready to play on Sunday, but because there are 8 to 6 factors that influence performance. Eyenza umdlali ukuthi akhone ukudlala kahle. 8 years ago, it was first the tactical one. Technical was the first factor that was considered the first factor that we need to look at. Then the game evolved. Then they look at the mental factor by bigger number 1. If a player mentally, take Flosra, mentally was not ready to play, what did the team do? Bamtatang it.
So the coach must be well aware.
Did the coach intervene? Yes, it did, because with coaching course, they teach you that these are the factors that make a player, that influence performance.
Well, you've heard it for yourselves, guys. What did Dr. Khumalo have to say about all of this? Now, what I'm understanding from all of this and what Dr. Khumalo is saying is that if our players wako, they are mentally not ready to play, then obviously you cannot play them, because definitely mental health plays a huge factor when it comes to football. So that's why Njengoba Asho or Dr. Khumalo, it has been moved from the lowest to the toppest. So it's the number 1 factor that affects the performance of a player. So if your player is not ready mentally, you have to take that player out, and then omnigiziskati azamukhila through mental health. I remember correctly, guys, there was this player Pulemodi. We've seen how his performance it is lately. It's been high, sometimes dropping. Soweto derby, in which we were playing against the Orlando Pirates. And if you remember correctly, Mpogeli Lapekaya, Pulemodi was Chanelo Mama, and at that time, Kaizer Chiefs gave him all the support that he needed. They gave him space, and of course, I don't even think he was training, so he was given some time off to go and obviously abe right and come back right, in which he did, because and after all that process guys, obviously we saw the performance he was giving. He was fire. He was obviously the player of the month for me, and because niggas and goals, definitely he was giving us something. And some of the people were even saying, and I think he's playing for his mother. And it looked like that because he was scoring goals, Bafetu. He was giving us the best performance ever. But Manje, taking a look at his performance, Mfundo Vilakazi, guys. Mfundo Vilakazi is a far better player than him. So even if Kaizer Chiefs doesn't want to admit to it, there's a problem with the mentality of my players wabo. It is there, it's the truth in the corner, it's a fact. And I do agree with Dr. Khumalo on that matter because it's true in the Sibonayo. And I remember correctly, Bugele Bekaya, the last match before Sodlala and Richards Bay we played against the Chippa United, and of course that was after Tanje Ukshona or Luke Flares, and the players were asked, do they want to continue with the games and train, or should they take some time off to process everything? And Bonadi said they want to play. So sometimes it is the coach's fault, but Naye, he has no say in some of the things. Not that I'm defending him, but I'm saying he should have looked at it on another perspective and obviously taken a decision. Okay, guys, me personally as a coach, okay, take some time off, you guys are not going to play. But they decided to, you know what, we're going to play, and we're going to play for Luke Flares. And we match a corner, we saw how they played aggressively. They were dominating the game, but they were not in the right state of mind. So definitely this is an impact because Manchester City won for the second time. So definitely this is something that they have to look at, and they do have to fix this because into is also affecting our players. They are left with 5 matches, and the glamour matches lawa are Bugeli. They are playing the Saturday, and then they are playing Tuesday. So it's gonna be SuperSport United, and then they're gonna play Mamelodi Sundowns, which are tough opponents. And obviously my matches, they're still going to be tough matches, but if they don't get this thing right, then definitely they are not going to get back to the top 8. And obviously Bafetu, this is something new ever since the Kaizer Chiefs ukudlala top 10. So this is not looking good, but if they fix this, and obviously I know it's gonna take time, it's not like a one night thing, but at least if they do get like psychologists throughout the week before bazodlala that match against SuperSport United, and definitely corner nje into sebona it's either bazodraw or bawina ngama 1-1. I've seen their potential, guys. It's highly possible for the team to get where they want to be, but if they don't fix those small issues, then obviously it's not going to be possible. Well, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Well, like the video, that's the favor that I want. And of course, mangabe you're new here, please do make sure to subscribe to the channel, click a bell notification, and then next time when I post a new video, obviously you're gonna get notified, and then and thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you have any comments or anything to say, please do leave it down in the comment section below. I believe this is it. Stay tuned and peace.